Welcome to the Ascent Tournament Series mainstream, everyone. Hopefully you're all doing well. It's great to see you all here this fine Monday evening. We've got some Rocket League action, we've got the end of Week 5, and we've got some new teams to introduce here as part of the Team Evo Apex Cup. Both teams at 1 and 2, trying to find some necessary wins, as their season has not been too kind to them. It is Wyffoffs, the newest rebranded House Wyffoffs side taking on Team Yup. Wyffoffs actually didn't go by Wyffoffs earlier this season. This is again a team that's been completely reformed, and one that's looking to really make a name for themselves. And a 1 and 2 record, them and Yup both holding some pretty interesting spots here. And their grouping is pretty interesting, with Wyfflash right behind them holding that 6th spot. Again, that crucial 6th spot where you start to question if teams will even be able to make the playoffs this season. So fortunately, this is Week 5 of both these teams. They are both ahead of Wyfflash, but by the end of the night, one of these teams is going to drop below them. One of these teams is going to stay above. It's a very important matchup of these sides. They both have not had great seasons, so getting wins by any means possible will be of utmost importance, as we'll get things ready soon enough. Again, what a match it's going to be here. Some insanely fun teams to watch, as we'll get both these sides in very, very soon. But again, for Wyffoffs, some recognizable players here. 7 Hypers and Luis Fermero. We'll recognize Hyper specifically. He was the sub for Wyfflash not too long ago. So again, it's going to be an amazingly fun night here, as we'll get these players in the lobby shortly, but it's not the only match here tonight, because again, as I said, this is the end of Week 5 for Apex. We're actually going to be starting Week 6 for Catalyst, the Ukiyo Esports Catalyst Cup, later tonight, when we have the Ukiyo matchup, Ukiyo Inyo taking on Ukiyo Raijin. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a really fun match, but for now, we just have to wait and see what's going to happen here. It's going to be a fun time, though. We got some really good players here tonight. But again, the action only just beginning, as we'll wait on some updates from everyone around the league. Again, Wyffoffs, a completely new player. As again, we'll wait on these rosters in just a moment. But again, it's been a weird season for a lot of these teams, as again, the Wyffoffs themselves, not even a roster that technically started the season. This is a completely reformed roster. In fact, they used to be known as Wyff City, but of course, had some changes. 7 specifically, an interesting player to talk about, was also on another team not too long ago. He was on Team Evo Rose in the Catalyst Cup before, so it's a very weird move for 7 having to move up 2 divisions, but he's actually ranked up pretty highly during the season. Again, they're looking to make their run in that final bracket in Group B right now, the group led by portable document format files. Again, it's going to be a really fun couple matches tonight here, as we just have to, again, wait on updates on what's going to happen here. Again, we're not the only one actually streaming right now as well. I know for a fact Tesla, on the XM Esports side, also streaming a match here. He's actually got the Beantop next to Chaos match, which is going to be really fun tonight. So I'm looking. So if you guys want to see some more action, of course they're streaming over there. Again, we're just looking to get these players in the lobby. It seems like somebody on the Yup side actually having some technical issues, so we'll wait a little bit on them to join back, but once they're here, we'll be good to get things underway here. So I'm excited to see how things will go. I'm excited to see how these matches will play out. I'm excited to see a lot of things happen here. But again, it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a fun couple of matches. So again, I'm looking forward to all of this, as we again just have to wait on these players to join. As soon as they're here, we'll be good to get things going. But again, it seems like we might have, again, some slight delays. With that being the case, we have to wait. But again, both these teams are 1 and 2. So, again, not great for both these rosters. They both haven't had not great seasons so far. But the nice thing is, it's still 2 weeks left. You still have a lot of time, and they're both in not a bad position. As I think both of them may have had their win against PXU. Could be wrong. I know Yup beat PXU in a Game 5 very recently for their first win. Wyffoffs, their win was also against PXU. It was a sweep. So, both these teams again here, the only difference that they've had is that match against PXU. Again, we're waiting. And we'll get the players in the lobby shortly. But again, man, I'm excited. This is week 5. It's a great time. It's really exciting. Again, it's going to be really fun. So again, I'm really looking forward to this. So again, this is really fun. I'm happy that we got to get some matches this week. I haven't been streaming at all on this channel last week, so fortunately we're back. Last week was quite chaotic for this stream, so I'm happy everything is good to go. Again, we get something out of week 5. Again, I'm really looking forward to this, as we are still, again, waiting on these teams to let me know when they're ready. It seems like, again, Yup's having some technical issues. It is a 10-minute forfeit timer. We've already gone through 5 minutes. Hopefully, this won't become a bigger issue. But, again, the way this forfeit timer works, after 10 minutes, if they don't show up, it's forfeiting game 1. I'm hoping that we don't have to deal with that situation, but if we do, we do. Again, it sounds like they're just having some technical issues. Hopefully, we won't have any more problems. So, again, I am hoping for some fun here. As, again, we just look to see how things go here. But again, I'm excited for everything that's going to be happening tonight here. As, again, we just have to wait a little bit. Again, it's unfortunate. But hopefully with time, it won't be too much of a problem here. As, again, we are just waiting on updates from both these teams. Again, I know Wyffoffs are here. They've been waiting for a little while. It seems like, again, that Yup has been having some technical issues. Again, hopefully that won't be anything more than just a small technical pause. As they're in! Hey, they made it. So thank goodness they're in the lobby. They just joined. So let's get this match underway here, shall we? We have a great match here this evening. But yeah, fortunately they're all here, so we can get our match underway right now as a best of 5 here. This is, again, week 5, the end of week 5 for the Team Evo Apex Cup, as Heion, Corb, and CJ of Team Yup taking on Hypers, Luis, and 7 of the Wyffoffs. Wyffoffs on the blue, House Wyvendor back again as they take on Team Yup, who used to go by Optimal Esports. So, a little fun here from both these teams as Yup, a team that's been having a lot of roster issues this season, as does the Wyffoffs. Both these teams have been making use of those roster moves. I think they both have already used all 3 of their available this season, so no more abilities to make changes. These rosters are going to have to get used to each other. We've seen so many teams where they struggle at the very beginning of the season, find ways to salvage things come playoffs. Obviously, we have not made it to our postseason just yet, and what would be considered our playoff qualifier, which again is our top 16, so both these teams in good positions, but again, by the end of the night, one of these teams is going to drop to that 6th spot position. The other will be stuck. Will be able to advance, I think, into that 4th spot position. Whifflash fans will also be interested in looking at this match because they're the team right now that's holding that 6th spot currently, but will find themselves in the 5th seed after tonight, depending on whoever, after tonight, above whoever loses this matchup. So both these teams are going to find some goals as Yup really facing the pressure early. Corb getting tripped off his way. 7 heading to the midfield as Heion clears. Corb, extra touch, will find it. Yup with the first goal. A little pop in front, but it's Heion and Corb who find the connection. And Yup with goal 1. Wyffoffs not done as they'll get the ball cleared. 7 to the corner. Will still chase after this. Pinch in front. Luis looking for an answer. Now goes Hypers, the ex-sub of Guardium Leviosa. Gonna really make a name for himself now. And he's got a starting position on our roster. This Wyffoffs team highly outranked in their matches this season now because they are definitely a lower ranked team. Again, Hypers was previously in the Phoenix Cup, the 135 Esports Phoenix Cup, as 7 was part of the Ukiyo Esports Catalyst division. So they're really trying to make things happen, trying to make teams notice. And a group that's had some interesting situations at the end of this, at the bottom of this group. The playoffs are actually not too difficult for them to make. The 7 keeps in front, will be Hypers, finds it! Low shot finds through. Wyffoffs with a goal back. And this game is tied 7. I love that fake touch. He knows everybody's back there for the up. They're all waiting for the shot, the initial play in front. Better option not to take your chances, to instead force them to push out, to leave some openings. Wyffoffs with a smart play in front by 7, the team captain. And for being the lowest ranked player on this Wyffoffs team, he's going to be a huge player to look out for because he's going to really need to play well. This team does not have substitutes. Nor do they have the ability to make any roster changes, so they have to rely on who they have for the rest of the season. Again, this was a completely different roster earlier in the season in Rift City. But again, using all 3 roster moves, adding 3 new players, removing that old roster. Feels like a team of leftovers for House Wyffendor. One that's really trying to stake their claim to the postseason. As here goes CJ, nobody back. Heion, goal! Yup, it takes the lead again. And it didn't take too long for Yup to find another as Hypers just too slow in the midfield. And it is Heion first through. Yup takes the lead. As Yup again, looking for the outplay as Corb, Hypers, Luis, CJ will be Hypers again. Wyffoffs. Off the corner it goes. Heion. 7. Corb's got to be a bit more careful here as Wyffoffs will head towards the midfield. Yup. That one's dinged off the bar. Heion goes again. But 7 will be waiting for it. Now again goes CJ. Yup. Just playing full possession right now, and Wyffoffs running out of boost. Corb back wall free. The shot doesn't go through. The Wyffoffs will clear this one away. 7. It's that dunk, but CJ had to clear. Using, I believe, what is the... Is that a Venom? I think that's a Venom this game. Interesting card choice, although it's not the most unpopular one I've seen. I've seen people use it before. Luis will once again get the ball cleared. With a minute to go, Wyffoffs struggling just to find offense. As CJ sneaks one behind Hypers. And Yup taking a multi-goal lead now. Game 1 feels like it's nearing its conclusion. As Yup will clear this one back, it is the Wyffoffs. Upfield again with Hypers. Corb will wait under this one, but it's 7. Dunked by Corb. Luis trying to find someone in the midfield, but Hypers just doesn't have the boost for this. And again, Yup really using that rank of advantage against the Wyffoffs right now as Luis, 7. Cleared back by CJ. Hypers leaving it in the midfield here as the Wyffoffs gonna chase this one down. House Wyffendor fans everywhere want to see this team succeed, want to see the team of such low-ranked players, a team of leftovers, again, as I mentioned, make the impossible possible. 2 weeks to prove themselves. Very little time left at the end of the season. But Yup right now giving them some issues as Hypers will find the dunk on Corb. CJ. That's by Luis. 7. Can't get there. That's going to hit the floor. Yup takes game 1. And again, that rank advantage they have in this game really showing here. Wyffoffs just did not get out of defense very often. Didn't get many shots to begin with. Although Yup as a team have had their fair share of issues, Wyffoffs overall still feel like are a team, again, that was made very recently, still trying to learn from each other. It'll be increasingly difficult for them to find victories. For Yup, they need this win more than Wyffoffs do. Wyffoffs play Whiplash next week, a team that's relatively at the same position they are in this grouping. Yup play Portable Document Format Files, a team that is undefeated right now, leading the top of the group, so that's a team you do not want to play against in this bracket, or really rely on. Yup really needs to win this match more than the Wyffoffs do. If the Wyffoffs lose, Whiplash is a much easier team than it is for a Portable Document, who again, Yup have to play at the end of the season. But for Yup, they need this win, and they need it badly, and a goal like that early on from Hayon will only give them more confidence here in Game 2. As a whiff from Luis will be giveaway for Hayon. Yup. 12 seconds in, already on the scoreboard. As it will be cleared back by Hayon. 7. Off the back wall will be Luis to go down the field. CJ. Off the corner, Luis, the dunk. Bump in front. Hayon will get the clear. And 7 just waiting back on this one as Hayon on the dunk. Yup, keeping themselves to offense here is CJ. Still CJ, one of the few remaining players out of Optimal Ascend. Again, the roster the name of this Yup roster before it became Yup. Or part of that roster, Lunos, who is their captain, not here tonight, but also was part of that roster again. Left Optimal Esports relatively early on in the season. Again, all for them right now is just making a name for themselves, as it will be Hypers. DJ. Hypers keeps it away. Luis trying to run his way through CJ. Hayon's going to take the challenge, and again, Wyffoffs, the big question, can they get out of defense? They'll get the save from Hypers. But again, it is just Yup possession right now, continuing the challenge, continuing to outpace them. 7 keeps out Hayon, as Corb will keep the offense going to the sidewall. CJ, 1 over Hypers, 7 with the touch, CJ with the block. Luis in the midfield, Corb blocked by 7. Pressure right now building as the Wyffoffs continuing to take these challenges. Again, if they can't get out of defense, they're not going to get much going for themselves on offense. They've got to find a way to break downfield. Hypers, a solo effort. Hayon on the immediate dunk. Luis doesn't have boost. He can score this. Hayon takes a second. 3 minutes to go, but Hayon snuck through, and the Wyffoffs sent the house to offense. Did not succeed, and Luis Fermora with no boost cannot get the challenge. Yup with a second goal. Wyffoffs really facing a true testament here to just how tough this Yup roster is. As it will be Corb. 7. Oh, he's whiffed this one. Hypers won't be back for this. And Hayon's completed his hat trick. 3 for Yup. A hat trick for Hayon. Halfway through game 2, it is Yup who are dominating right now, continuing their run from game 1. No shortage of goal-scoring opportunities. The offense has just been there. CJ takes one now. It's really gone out of hand for Yup. And I just don't know how much worse this can get, but it can definitely get worse. Wyffoffs have been pushed out of the way here. Feels like they stand no chance right now to compete with Yup's offense. Yup again, a team that desperately needs a win here. I mean, this feels like their whole season relies on this match. They couldn't have asked for much better right now against the Wyffoffs. Corb takes another. Yup will make it 5-0. Hypers. Aeon, the corner. Wyffoffs at this point, just trying to play damage control. Maybe they can get something. Able to score last game, but it came so early. Have not had offense since. As Hypers, that one's open! Wyffoffs will take one back. Well, it may be too late for them to make a comeback. I mean, it isn't too late, I guess. There's still 2 minutes left. But even if it comes from 5 goals from Yup, and the Wyffoffs can at least have some solace in knowing this series is not over. They still have a chance here. Again, a team of players just trying to really show themselves off of previous rosters that didn't give them a chance. Again, Seven and Hypers, both being players that didn't really get to compete much on their original rosters this season. Now do the best they can to really prove themselves. Pressure is on, especially in such a tough division as is the Team Evo Apex Cup. Again, the highest ranked players here are well into SSL rank range. Prove yourself well as CJ. Let's get the block. Luis. Blocked by Heian as it will be Seven. Up in the air. Leaving it. Hypers challenged by Heian. CJ. On touch. Seven will be waiting for it. The Wyffoffs have some offense to work with here. But every touch just feels like a heavy play. They're not really able to keep control, not able to follow each other up. These plays just not there for themselves. The chemistry, you can tell this team hasn't had a lot of time together. That chemistry, a big question mark for the Wyffoffs as CJ stopped by Hypers. Heian, double tap, left waiting as Hypers will clear. CJ back up. Corb right behind. Corb had a real option here. And he took that chance as well, but the shot never went through. Now the Wyffoffs continue to have to play defense. The last half of this game has been a lot better than their first half. A goal for the Wyffoffs and much stronger showing on defense. Fortunately for them, that first half was tumultuous at best. 5 goals from Yup. A massive lead in game 2 that they just aren't going to lose. Triple match point from it. 2 games straight now from Yup. Looking for one more as this ball dances across the goal line, will not find its way in. As the Wyffoffs looking at this time end here in game 2. It has been a bad start in game 2 that really defined everything. And a team like Wyffoffs who are just trying to stick around in this grouping. A bad showing from them as ball will be left midfield. CJ looks for one more. Seven will leave this to the floor. Yup takes a second game. One away from sweeping the Wyffoffs at the end of week 5. I know this is important in that, again, they have a tough match next week that they likely are going to have a tough time winning if they do win. Makes it better for the fact that, again, their playoff spot really resting line. If they don't win this series, Yup, they're in real trouble. They would have to essentially beat portable document format, something that, again, no other team has done yet this season. Wyffoffs, and so for Yup, again, this win matters more for them than it would for the Wyffoffs. Right now, 2 games up, a real sweep potential, a huge performance for them because, again, if they win this match and they force the Wyffoffs down below them, likely they're going to almost certainly guarantee a spot because Wyffoffs, again, play Gryffindor Whiplash next week. So for Yup, they're in prime position here to guarantee a spot into the postseason. For a team that's had so many issues this season, they really do need this kind of positive momentum for themselves. And a team that has left the org, that went through so many different roster iterations, to land on this team that has still had their issues, they need these wins. Although it's not going to come easy, that's for sure. Wyffoffs on the board first. Their first lead of this, not their first lead of the series, but one that they definitely needed as Luis with the last touch. Anyone that the Wyffoffs are going to rely on to score, it is going to be Luis Femoro. As Yup will clear this one back. I want to see from Yup again is that same offensive possession, holding the ball in that blue half. Now, one thing Yup has dominated on so far, but right now, their defense is falling apart. Luis has got a second goal. McCorb, not a great touch there. leave it completely up to the midfield, and in a place like that, he honestly probably would have done it better. He just left it to the back corner, laid the challenge back there. Yep. A tough time early on here, facing the pressure of the Wyffoffs as you now need to get 2 goals. DJ. 7 keeps it away. Will go to the sidewall, open room for 7, but can't get the clear. Hypers doesn't really win this challenge by all that much. Heian now on the other way. Flip a reset. The fake! He's got the Wyffoffs on a string! And yup, we'll say how do you do? It's a goal for Heian. And I love the fake play. Luis got bumped off. Yup, bided their time. And the net opened up in front of them. Orb now. Ceiling, stopped by Luis. 7. Long clear will be straight to CJ's front bumper though, and the Wyffoffs trying to get these early challenges, trying to put the pressure on Yup by playing up a lot higher. It's definitely a risk though, because that defense is going to struggle because of it. They really got to rely on these rotations if we're going to play up that high. Something that, again, has not been a strong suit so far this series. It might be the only chance for a team that has had almost no presence on offense. They might just have to play a little bit higher up the field to just get some hope of winning these games, even if it means their defense does suffer more because of it. Heian. Hypers almost got bumped off. CJ keeps the ball in, but it will be Luis. Out, down, 7. Couldn't get the last touch. Wyffoffs trying to string together some offensive opportunities, but only up by 1 goal. They know this lead is not one that could last long if they don't play their cards correctly, as CJ unable to get one by Hypers. Corb, way too slow. Hypers was looking for the net there. Will get blocked away as Heian in the midfield. Corb to the back corner. 7 won't read this easily. Hypers will be waiting in net. CJ's got to be careful here. Luis to the back wall. No challenge here as both defenders whiffing. CJ actually finding some opportunities here. 7 never challenged. Now Wyffoffs with a double commit. Luis on a bit of a panic clear. Get this ball away. And what a great job he does. There was no one behind him. And he saves his team from certain doom. This game continues. 2 minutes to go. Heian in the midfield. Corb, the doink over Hypers. The Wyffoffs need to settle back a little bit further here. So going to go back to what we saw them do earlier. And that is that defensive posturing. We've seen Yup hold possession before. Take that boost. I'm almost certain that's what they're going to try to do again here. Not too much success this game as Corb pumps out 7. Hypers charges through. Can't get a touch against Heian. And Yup again to sweep this matchup. CJ, long touch. 7's already airborne, but it's straight back to CJ. Yup, upfield, but that touch goes nowhere. As Hypers, Heian, 7 on the block. CJ will keep this one moving as it's left in the midfield. 7 doesn't have it. It's hit the bar. Corb will jump in. But Yup don't have another chance. Heian with some time. CJ can't be there. Luis to the back wall. Corb can't read it. 7 to score. Wyffoffs with insurance late. And the little team that could may stay in the series for a little bit longer. "56 seconds. The Wyffoffs looking for any wins against Yup. A reminder, just like how they themselves are in a tough position as Yup. A win here could really help their situation going to make it that final bracket. It doesn't guarantee anything. Absolutely makes their life a whole lot easier. Corb. 7. Heian off the side wall. One just kept across the goal as 7 will stay to it. CJ whiffs this one as 7 going to continue the challenge. It will be back wall. As Yup just continue to challenge. CJ! Long touch! Bang! 10 seconds left for Yup. Can they make a miracle happen off the kickoff? This game is not over. The hope for Yup is not over. And hope for the Wyffoffs is definitely in a little bit more danger. Yup wins the kickoff. Heian, first to this one. Maybe one more chance this game. Heian on the bump. Luis trying to clear this. Won't get an easy touch, but it will not matter. The Wyffoffs ground it and take game 3. House Gryffindor, their hopes and dreams still going. And that means it's game 4 that's up next. And for Wyffoffs, a hope to win this series. Sovereign Heights, the newest labeled game 4 map for the ATS official map rotation. Yup. To keep this series going for Wyffoffs trying to keep the series going. Yup. Trying to, again, essentially guarantee themselves a spot in that final bracket. Or put one on. Oh, he's missed it. Yup's gonna take the early strike. And one of the things that helped the Wyffoffs last game was how quickly they got on the board. This game, it's a much tougher ask though. Down a goal early. Yup's chances have now increased dramatically. Heian, Luis on the block. Hypers. This one just cleared across as Heian gets a demo. Gorb. Not really getting much on that challenge as Hypers goes again. CJ on the wait. Will keep this off the back wall, but it's Luis. Not able to get the touch. CJ to Heian. Yup, to offense. CJ. Corb. This one kept wide. Luis beats Heian. CJ on the air. Hypers already pre-jumping for that block, but a demo opens things up. Couple whiffs though. Heian still on the challenge. Kept up the sidewall will be CJ again. Boost for CJ. Back wall, leaving it! Heian couldn't put it in! Yup, still lead by 1 goal. However, they're playing much more aggressive this game. And the threat is much higher. The Wyffoffs really need that goal as soon as they can get it. Luis. Orb clears it back. As Heian, 7, sends this one away. CJ keeps it up in the air. 7 again. The Wyffoffs will push upfield, but they just can't break through right now. 7. That is straight to the challenger Corb, but he'll get another touch on it. Corb can't go. Luis pinched with CJ, and that will go in favor of Yup. You can tell for Yup, just planning for that one crucial challenge on defense, that one play to give it away. CJ has been everywhere on defense. They now need to find another goal. The Wyffoffs really starting to put some shots on. This one goal lead for Yup, no matter how long they'll have it, it is a dangerous lead to hold because the Wyffoffs 1 goal, and they'll be the ones in it with the momentum as this game is tied up. Hypers doesn't react. Luis on no boost, gets 1, now beats the 2nd. He's able to get back in time as Hypers. He's not going to be there as Corb. Sidewall double tap will be straight to Hypers, his front bumper. 7, here he goes. 7, CJ doesn't read it. Hypers, low shot, a whiff off the back wall. And the Wyffoffs continue their push. Corb couldn't get there, CJ couldn't get there. Hypers takes it, and the Wyffoffs continue to find a way. Now another chance, is this another? Luis won't be there in time. As Heian, Luis and Hypers both go, it will be Hypers on the touch. Heian keeps this one airborne. 7. Luis. Hyper's still there as Heian keeps it going. 7. Still. Luis! It's wide open! And the Wyffoffs take the lead! Can you imagine these scenes right now? The Wyffoffs, a team that is outranked completely in this matchup, could get a win over Yup. The pride of Wyffoffs, the pride of House Wyffendor. The team that wasn't even supposed to be here this season came in as a leftovers type squad. A division that none of them have ever played in. My goodness, they are finding a way to get wins. 80 seconds left in this game. Yup, still hoping to win this series here and now. Core. The corner, Heian, trying to leave this, but it's Luis first 2. Yup, sent everybody up. 7. Keep it away, but he does get around CJ. Still 7, the ceiling shot. Heian doesn't read this. Hyper's got another. And the Wyffoffs just continue. I don't know what to say, but this has been incredible. Inside the final minute, and it is Wyffoffs who now hold a 2-goal lead. Heian, Core trying to shut that down immediately. But Yup, finding no success on offense. Luis making another one. Long shot. Core gets there in time. For Yup, who I thought were going to sweep this series, now may be at risk of a reverse sweep against them. "30 seconds to go. The Wyffoffs hold the lead. 3 goals straight with no answers from Yup. Heian. 7 on the block. Corb. Heian again. Hypers gets there. CJ can't put it in. Demos on the Wyffoffs remove all offensive opportunities. Yup will not be there in time. We have Champions Field Game 5 up next. For Yup, a series that started so well, the Wyffoffs have brought an incredible amount of tenacity in this matchup. We're going to Champions Field to end the match. Could you believe a team like the Wyffoffs finding a way to do what they're doing right now? It seems unbelievable, and that's really because it kind of is. I didn't think they had a shot in this series to win this one. But my goodness, they do. Reminder that, again, for the Wyffoffs, a win here doesn't guarantee themselves a spot. But it makes things so much easier for themselves. Champions Field, Game 5, up next to decide the series. Never thought that this series would ever take this long, but I am not arguing against it. The Wyffoffs have a chance to reverse sweep Yup in Week 5. And for both these teams, their chances are far from gone. They still have a ton more. They still have, again, 2 matches at the end of this. For Yup, again, to really settle the score here. Got to find ways to get a win here as the Wyffoffs continue on the challenge. Core will away as Hypers. Heian in the midfield as Heian will be next to it. 7 on the demo. The Wyffoffs will beat back as Hypers is off the sidewall. The Wyffoffs still pushing as Hypers. Long shot. Goal 1. No, what a save. Oh, what a block. CJ. How did he get to that one? Yup has been saved on the goal line. And the Wyffoffs can't believe it. I can't believe it. What a block from CJ. Goes out of position too. had no business being in net there. But he gets the block, and not only does he get the block, he gets the clear. Another chance was going to be there from the Wyffoffs. They had players waiting. The fact he gets the clear there is what really impresses me on that play. What an effort from Yup here. As now, CJ. 7 clears it out, Aeon. Hyper is wasting the ball, but it is Wyffoffs who have possession, who hold the control. Yup, at this point, playing for damage control, playing for the hope that they'll get one good chance down the field. Hope is there. The series is not over just yet. They've really made things tougher for themselves here. Both these teams with only 2 matches left, both at 1 and 2 records. Guaranteeing any playoff spots for the win here, but again, yup, they really need this win. They play portable document format files later in this season. That's a team I do not expect them to beat. A very tough match. They want to make things as easy as they can when they go to that match, and that's why they score. Korb waited for the other opportunity. He'll take it. What I love about this is not that Korb's in the right position, it's that CJ recognizes he's in the right position. And it's just smart play from CJ, finding a teammate waiting. Yup. And the hope is still there for them. 7-week season, 2 matches to go for both teams. And they need goals. That one nearly found its way in. Korb will stay on the challenge. CJ will race back as 7. Bucks by Hayon. He'll keep going. CJ. Sealing. Hypers. Straight to Korb. The shot won't go through Luis. Yup, still searching. It's a free play in front for CJ. Gets by 1, but can't put it under the bar. Yup, still challenging. As the Wyffoffs trying to complete the reverse sweep. Luis trying to push his way through CJ. Hayon. The back corner gets round 1. CJ already up. The pre-jump from CJ. Stopped by Hypers. Korb's overcommitted. With a half flip to defense. Yup, will not face any repercussions. As a demo, the Wyffoffs, haven't seen too many of those, as Luis gonna take down some players. A shot on! But Hayon in the right spot. Now goes Korb to clear. CJ. Past 1. Korb to the corner. Yup. Looking for anything else. Luis. Somebody trying to start the comeback. 7. Hayon is right there for it. The Wyffoffs just not close enough to the net to really make their shots count. When do we see that 1 goal? Do we even see that 1 goal? Time is running out. Now they gotta get back for defense. 7 with another save. As Luis finds 7. Back to Luis. Back to 7. To the back wall. Hypers will wait. Now he can go. No boost left. We'll fall on top of this. Leaving it for Luis. The Wyffoffs still can't score. Now they go back. Off the back wall. Luis keeps it out. And at this point for Yup, playing with fire, only a 1-goal lead. Holding on desperately to the end of this series. 30 seconds. Luis, no boost. So does Hypers. They won't get there. Korb scores a second time. And this one's so important for Yup. It may just secure Game 5. The Wyffoffs. Time running out. Do they have any more energy left to spend? Luis, 7. This one in the midfield. Korb will block it out. Not enough time for Wyffoffs. Yup will take the series and prevent the reverse sweep. A huge win for Yup, especially considering who they have to play later on in the season. Again, it does not get easy for them. The Wyffoffs next week, they play portable document format, so their matches don't get easy. After that, they play Wyffoffs or Whiplash. Yup, it is Hunter X Solus and Portable Document, the two top teams in their group. Again, they needed this win badly. Puts the pressure on Yup and on Whiplash. One of those two teams going to, after next week, be 1-4. Actually, no, they both could actually go to get 2 wins after next week. It is definitely a possibility for whatever it is. Again, whatever they do here, though, they're likely going to have a lead over the Wyffoffs for the rest of the season. That's a huge victory for this team. They were needing that. Yup. Again, you don't ask for much more. That was a huge victory. Game 5 series. I did not expect this series to go the distance, but I'm definitely happy for it though. For our first match of the week, end off week 5 for the Team Evo Apex Cup. Really enjoyable. Again, what a match. What a huge win for Yup. They needed that one desperately. And for the Wyffoffs, man, what a performance for a new team coming into this one. Still trying to get used to each other. I can't believe they actually found a way to keep this match that close. It just won't be enough for them. Ends in Game 5. It ends in Champions Field. Again, what a win. When they needed it most here. But our night is not done just yet. We're going to get a little interview here with Team Yup. Victory will absolutely help them out here. But again, what a huge victory. We are going to get a little interview with Yup. Seen them yet this whole season. And honestly, for a team that's had so many roster issues, they don't look too terrible. Something like that, though, and now it opens up many opportunities for them to make that final bracket. Really going to be important for them as us now. Welcome in. We've got Team Yup with us. Heyon is joining us here for a little interview. How you doing, Heyon? A huge victory for Yup. You guys have had a lot of roster issues this season. There's been no surprises on that. But this win really matters to you guys. This is a team you really needed to beat. How you feeling? A Game 5 victory over the Wyffoffs.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, we're feeling good. It's obviously a big win this week. It brings our record to a 2-2. So it's pretty big.
It is your record now, 2-2. You have won your last 2 matches. Other one against PXU Sakura. Knowing how scary this, this playoff spot is for you guys, knowing that it's not exactly easy to make that playoff spot, knowing that you haven't even guaranteed this playoff spot. Talk to me about, for you guys as a team, all the issues you've had. You used to be optimal ascend, then you left the org, now you had a ton of roster changes, and to add a ton of people on. Talk to me about the importance of that, of being able to make the playoffs, and how important this matchup is for you guys, because your next 2 matches of the season are against Hunter X Solus and Portable Document formats. Really good teams that are leading the group to get these wins before you play against them. So, put yourself in a position where even if you don't win those matches, you're still in a very good chance to make playoffs. Talk to me about the importance of, being able to lead against a lot of teams below you guys.
I mean, we have a really positive mindset right now. I mean, all 3 of us are new on the roster. The first 2 weeks, we kind of just took over the roster spot. So I guess whatever is next, playoffs or not, I guess we have just gotta lock in, and then treat every series as a winnable series.
Well, you definitely have. That kind of ends what I would say the easier on paper matches for you guys, taking on the Wyffoffs. Again, you got Solus, you got Document Format. Very good teams. Those tough time against the only team that Solus has lost to is Portable Document, and Document are undefeated. You get to play Solus first. You play Portable Document afterwards. You beat any of those 2 teams, you guarantee a spot in the playoff automatically without even worrying about the teams below you guys. Talk to me about what you guys are going to do to prepare for those matches, because so far those teams seem like the clear leaders in your group.
What are
What are you
y'all
guys gonna
doing?
do to, take them on in a challenge?
Yeah. I mean, I think we're just gonna do our best. I think we're just gonna scrim as much as possible and get as much practice in as possible, and then.
As you said as well, here it is a big win, Heian, a 3-2 victory over the Wyffoffs, preventing that reverse sweep, a huge victory. Before you go, do you have any last things you want to say? Any shoutouts? Anybody out there you want to mention?
Um, I mean, appreciate for you to have me there on for interview, and shout out to Brady in chat. Thank you for the support, and shout out to my teammates.
Thank you so much for joining, Heian. Have an amazing rest.
Thank you. You too.
And that was Heian here for us as we got another match coming up very soon here. Ukiyo Inyo taking on Ukiyo Raijin. Another really good match. This one part of the Ukiyo. See how that's going to look. But again, give us a little bit of time. We're going to go to break. When we come back, Ukiyo Inyo, Ukiyo Raijin up next. Welcome to the Ascend Tournament Series mainstream, everyone. I'm Sweaty FC. Joining me now is Maxine. Welcome in, Maxine. We've got a great match tonight. Ukiyo Inyo taking on Ukiyo Raijin in this upcoming matchup. How are you feeling? I mean, this is a big match for Inyo, a big match for Raijin. Raijin's 5-0, and they still have yet to play Geriatric Goliaths Yellow, the team that's leading their group, also at 5-0. Oh, sorry, no, at 6-0 now, actually, this week. How do you feel coming in this match, seeing all these amazing rosters competing?
To be honest, Sporty, I've been looking at these rosters, and I feel like this is a Game 5 match between the two rosters. This very much does seem like a Game 5 match. This is very important for Ukiyo to win, or for Ukiyo Inyo to win this match, I should say.
It absolutely is.
As we were talking, if Inyo does not win this match, they have a must-win match against Wyffoffs next week.
Yeah, if they do, the way that this works in this playoff bracket is that if Inyo wins or loses, they don't guarantee a spot. Raijin's already guaranteed their spot. They cannot possibly exit any sort of playoff opportunity. So they've guaranteed their spot. They have nothing to lose at this point in the season. They're just fighting for that #1 seed against Geriatric Goliaths. If they win this week, they guarantee at least a top 2 seed. The way it works for them as well, but for Inyo, you talked about it, it's a lot more important for them. If they win tonight, they make things a lot tougher for Wyffoffs. Wyffoffs right now are the biggest Ukiyo Inyo haters tonight. They really need Inyo to lose. They're right now, Wyffoffs are running 3-3. They are, again, compared to Ukiyo Inyo's 3-2. If Inyo wins tonight, they surpass them. They also could potentially surpass Oasis Samurai, who are right ahead of them, and would make life really difficult for Wyffoffs to surpass the teams ahead of them. If they lose, life gets a little bit easier for Wyffoffs. Because they play against Ukiyo Inyo next week, and if Inyo loses, next week is a win or go out of the playoff situation. That playoff spot is tough. It's only the top 4 teams in any group that get it, so the pressure's on both these teams to perform well. If Inyo finds a way to get a win tonight, they deserve every reason to be in that final bracket. But again, if they don't, it's a must-win position next week. This is a match, as you said, very important for Inyo, but it's also important for Raijin. Again, they're fighting for that #1 spot. While sure, they've already guaranteed a spot in that top 16, that #1 seat out of your group is a huge advantage. You play against an easier opponent in your first-round matchup, so every team, they want that advantage as much as they can get it. And you know that this Ukiyo Raijin team, especially considering how badly Ukiyo did last season, not making it very far in any of the playoff brackets, the best they ever did was, I think, a top 8 performance. They're going to want to do better. Having a team that gets out of your group, especially such a tough group as Group A here, against Geriatric Goliaths Yellow, who are the other really good team in this group, that's a huge confidence booster, especially for a Raijin team. Again, last season was your last season, but didn't get any wins. They were a team that went 0-7, so this season could be a complete turnaround for them, and one that I'm sure that they'd love to see.
Definitely, dude. If Ukiyo Raijin could get that spot, like they said, their playoff run will be so much easier for them. I've been looking at it, and any of these teams that are in the lower seeds, I feel like they would have a way easier run against them compared to like any of the 3-2 teams or 4-1 teams in any other groups.
As you said as well, yeah, this Group A has been scary. It's been tough, but it has also been the one with the most heavy top part of the group. Again, there's 2 undefeated teams leading this group. In fact, it's the only group in the Ukiyo Esports Catalyst Cup that actually still has undefeated teams still in it. So, that should tell you just how top-heavy this group is. But that just means that everybody below Geriatric Goliaths Yellow and Ukiyo Raijin are battling for those final 2 spots. It is a scary time right now, because there are essentially 3 teams battling for 2 spots. Oasis Samurai, Ukiyo Inyo, and Wyffoffs. And speaking of Samurai, they play Ukiyo Hikari this week. If they win this week and Inyo loses, they will guarantee a spot in the final bracket. If Inyo wins and Oasis loses, they haven't actually guaranteed a spot just yet, but they put themselves in a great position. Again, Oasis likely to make that playoff spot because next week they get their 4th win over Valhalla Esports. So the situation looks incredibly good for Oasis Samurai, meaning that, again, for Inyo, I want to make it again for Ukiyo Esports side that has had a history of not doing amazingly when it makes to playoff spots. Again, the only team out of Ukiyo that's even guaranteed a spot in this Ukiyo Esports Catalyst Cup is Raijin. Everybody else is battling for a spot. Inyo would like to be there as well, especially in such a tough group. But for now, we're just waiting here as in comes Spiffy, Jeremy, and Sad on Ukiyo Raijin, and an undefeated side, 5-0. But for Inyo, What's also interesting, what's also important for them is that this is essentially the named team that leads Ukiyo Esports. Not only does it have Candy, who's one of the owners, Ace, who's one of the high admins of that organization, as well as Agni, who's also another owner, who also runs the Individual Performance Series. Shoutouts to the Individual Performance Series. So this Inyo team, coming into season, super high ranked, super solid. It's kind of like the name team. It's a team that everybody is looking to see do well out of Ukiyo, because it is the name, it is the team that has all the ownership on it, and a team that is looking to be successful. So not only is it like important for them just to make playoffs because of their season, but symbolically it's important because this team has so many incredibly recognizable people on it.
For sure. They said the many representations in the Ukiyo organization over there. If they end up doing well, you can expect a huge party over there.
Oh yeah, definitely, and you know that Ukiyo Esports is probably loving them at the night right now, but we gotta get in this one. Ukiyo Raijin takes to the orange, Ukiyo Inyo on the blue. Reminder, Inyo are 3-2, Raijin are 5-0. Raijin looking forward to that match next week against Geriatric Goliaths Yellow, who right now are the team ahead of them. This is a huge match for Raijin. They can't catch up to Geriatric Goliaths, but they can definitely make their lives a whole lot better. Oh my Spiffy, Jeremy and Sad on the orange, Ukiyo Inyo with Candy, Ace, and Epic Vey on the blue. So a big match tonight. Inyo and Raijin, our week 6 begins for the Ukiyo Esports Catalyst Cup.
Here we go, start off the game, then kind of back and forth to start off the game. No team has been able to really collect possession of the ball and start off a huge attacking position. We might get one here from Epic Vey off of a counterattack, but no. Immediately challenged on both sides of the field.
Yeah, immediately already, both teams starting out very much heavy on the challenges, but here goes Ace! Oh, he just couldn't get one by Jeremy. Ukiyo Raijin on the block, and that's what's scary about this team. And now an overcommit, Candy! In no man's land, Ukiyo Raijin, the favorites tonight, take goal 1.
That was a very unfortunate overcommit there. It was unfortunately a very weak pass made, and Jeremy just happened to be right there. He was in a very good position off of that play, banging it down the field, giving Raijin that early 1-0 lead in the series.
Early lead for Raijin, an early advantage for the 5-0 side that looks to not lose this season. Candy, Spiffy will keep this one away. Ukiyo staying near, but it's a touch for Spiffy, kept back by Epic Vey. Candy up, whiff there from Jeremy, but Sad comes in, and Spiffy with the clear. Ukiyo Inyo sent back as Oh My Spiffy, a very recognizable name. He's been here, I think, for the last two seasons of the ATS League, and he has had an interesting run so far. Last season in our Ascendant Cup was part of the Nerd Knights roster that went out in the qualification tournament to that final bracket. Did not make it into the top 8 this season. Again, on a much better roster, looking to make a real name for himself, a player that has not made the final bracket. So again, it's important for him. For Jeremy, I believe he was on Ukiyo Raijin last season, the only player I think that's sticking around with Ukiyo Raijin for another season. Again, as a team, I mentioned, went winless last season, did not make it even into the postseason this season. They're already guaranteed a spot, so Ukiyo Raijin this season just feels like for all these players trying to break new barriers for themselves, trying to break kind of new heights for themselves, for players that have been here before, know what it's like to be in the Ascent Tournament Series. Again, trying to push further than they have before.
Yeah, that Raijin squad, it kind of seems like a NRG situation. They had a subpar roster, but Ace trying to deny that completely lossless run for them. But as I was saying, NRG, they had a subpar season last season, but now they picked up that G2 roster and they're playing tremendously. Very similar story to Raijin over here.
Yeah, it definitely is. A completely new team this season, and yet playing under that same name as Epic Vey, Inyo. We've already talked about how important it is for them to get a win tonight. Because again, with the Ways of Samurai almost certainly guaranteed a spot ahead of them, Ukiyo Raijin needs to find ways to get themselves down the field, especially with Wyffoffs sitting right below them at 3-3. You don't ask for much more important matches than this, as Ukiyo. Raijin will clear. Candy back in as Inyo, looking for some offense, will be kept out by Sad. Jeremy Back to Sad. Ukiyo Raijin keeping possession. It's one of the things I like about this roster is that they just find ways to pass, even in situations where it doesn't seem like it's the most important thing out there. They find ways to get passes, find ways to find each other. It's a team of players that you can tell have really put time into learning about each other, into practicing, and obviously that practice has paid off dividends with the way that they're playing right now.
They said they always trying to make a pass. It's pass on the shoulder to Jeremy, but off the crossbar. Starting Friday, we will hear a very funny ping off of that shot. And now he's off the hook. Restart of a counterattack. Sad takes possession. He takes it slow. The bump. Sad paving the path to give Raijin a late game lead over Inyo. Great play from Sad.
Less than 90 seconds to go, and it's that classic air dribble bump play. Ukiyo Raijin, they've been going for so many passing efforts that I was about to comment. One of the things I didn't see from them was just enough like solo effort, just enough, not enough selfishness from these players just to take shots at times. But obviously, I think Sad recognized that very well, and Candy's gonna go down the field, finds Ace! It's gonna hit the bar and go in! Ukiyo Inyo tied the game at 2, an immediate response, and it's Candy, the Ukiyo Esports org owner, who finds Ace, and Inyo finds the nets with it.
That was a great pass from Candy there. He saw the defenders ready to go up the wall, ready to deny any pass from Candy, but Candy, he faked out the going up the wall. He got it mid to Ace, and Ace just banging it right past the defender.
Candy, get back as here goes Jeremy again. Ukiyo Raijin hit down the field. Ace, low boost, can't get there. Jeremy, right between the eyes, and Ukiyo Raijin again.
Raijin, it's been a back and forth between Raijin and Inyo, but with 1 minute left on the clock, Raijin might have that last goal of the game to give him the early series lead that they needed.
Less than a minute, and it's Raijin's control right now. Does Inyo having it in them to take another goal? They've been standing tall to Raijin, but they have not been good enough to take the lead yet. Epic Vey, haven't seen much from him this game. Little musty flick, we'll look for Ace. This one's kept high, but no follow-up shot. Candy's already left, and Raijin has already sent the ball away. Jeremy, the bump on one. Sad to end this one. Off the back wall. Oh my Spitby, under them all. And Ukiyo Raijin with a 2-goal lead less than half a minute to go.
That was a great bump play from everyone on Raijin, and then Spiffy coming in and making that clutch bottom right shot just out of Candy's reach, giving Raijin that 2-goal lead. Very, very crucial goal for Raijin at the end half of the game.
Raijin's never really had a chance to breathe this game, that's for sure. It has never been easy for them here. They've always only been up by 1 goal or less, and obviously still fighting in this game as Candy not looking to give up hope here, but a 2-goal lead will all but certainly solidify this game unless Inyo finds something miraculous. Candy off the back wall will be Ace. Sad's already there, and Raijin will keep this one out. Time will run out. Game 1 is theirs. The undefeated side starts off in the lead.
That was a great performance from Raijin there, but honestly, Ukiyo Inyo came out swinging that game. Ace really putting on, you could say, an ace in that game. He was a great offensive player for Inyo, but we need to see more on the defensive side for them if they want a chance in the series.
As you said as well, Inyo and Raijin kept it very, very close. I do worry, though, that Raijin with time are going to get even better, and that's a scary sight to behold here. But now, again, Raijin looking like the Raijin that we would expect, a team that is undefeated, coming into the second to last week, the penultimate week of the regular season, of Stage 1, as we call it here in ATS. So, Maxine, we go to Game 2. Raijin looked good at the end of Game 1. It was close, but I worry that Raijin could get even better. Inyo has got to dig deep. They've got to find something different. They have what it takes. They just need to find, as you said, more offense, more chances to score. Because right now, it feels like the difference was the number of opportunities they had. Raijin had a lot more, and their defense is definitely stronger right now.
Oh, for sure. And with those last 2 goals at the end of Game 1, that's a huge momentum change for Raijin. They have so much momentum going into this Game 2, and we need to see how Inyo is going to respond to that. They need to stop the momentum with an early goal in Game 2.
Big Vay trying to get things started here. Again, it was very quiet in game 1. As Ukiyo Raijin trying to clear this one back, stopped by Candy. Sad, not a very good touch, goes right back to Ace. Sad will race back though. And Raijin holding on to possession for now as Candy, no boost here. Jeremy bumped away. Now it's Oh My Spiffy to the back wall. We'll leave this one away. Raijin trying to just suffocate Inyo in game 2, but it just won't happen easily. Jeremy, another bump in front, and we're seeing this a lot from Raijin. But that first player up isn't exactly going for the ball like most other teams would do. They're going for the bump, going for that defender to open plays up for the player right behind them. Tight rotations from Raijin on offense, and that allows for that bump to really make things awkward, especially for Inyo, who just don't have second challenges coming in very quickly.
Oh, for sure. Those bumps are playing a critical part in Raijin's game here. But here we go with Inyo pulling up the bumps. Candy almost securing that goal. They barely missing on the goal line. Now Raijin trying to take position, but it's Epic Vay challenging immediately. An ace slotting it beneath 2 defenders that are just like awkward in the Raijin net. They were both very awkward. They saw Ace up and they know they couldn't challenge. They just had to kind of predict the shot and just be ready for a shot. But his placement was great and his power was great too. And there's that early goal that I was talking about for Inyo. They really needed that.
Yeah, you're not wrong about it as well. Inyo with the lead now, but it may not hold for long. That one kept off the post by Ace as Epic Vay. He'll clear this one away off the corner. Spiffy. Sad's got to be careful as here goes Ace. Will leave this one. Quick shot from Candy. Sad was ready for it. I didn't even see Candy jumping in for that one. He was sneaking behind the back lines, but Sad saw that chance, kept it out, and now the other way. Jeremy, Sad, Candy's got the block. And Ace will push up for this one. It will be Jeremy first. Open net for Jeremy. He'll go. Sad puts it in. Raijin with an answer.
That was a great play from Raijin. That demo coming in, leaving the net completely open, and Jeremy potentially missing that net, but Sad was there just to secure the goal and make sure it definitely goes in, giving Raijin that tying goal.
Right at 1 goal. Jeremy now. Great first touch. He's got a lot of room here, but Epic Vay dunks him away. Now it's Sad. As Ace. Sad goes again. Candy. Awkward. Spiffy. Oh, he's missed it. Candy couldn't challenge. That would have been a goal for Raijin had Spiffy connected. Instead, it will be Candy who will breathe a huge sigh of relief that this game is not Raijin's lead.
That was a very critical miss on the goal line of Inyo. If that was not a miss, this game could have ended up completely differently. But we'll never know now as Ace takes possession in the Raijin corner, but it's immediately cleared away from Sad. Epic Vay is a little awkward, getting demoed by Spiffy. Spiffy finding another demo on Ace. Jeremy with basically a free ball now as he hits it off the sidewall. Candy answering immediately, going all the way down the field. Epic Vay trying to check up to it, but he realizes Sad has the beat, just stealing this boost from him.
And right now, Ukiyo Raijin just playing with possession as Jeremy. Ace, long shot, Candy's there, but unable to get a touch on this one. Raijin will be ready to clear it, and now Jeremy pickpockets one. He's got room. Ace the last back, but he'll be there and challenging. And Ukiyo just wait again as Spiffy. You have a handle on this one. Will be immediately sent back, still tied as we enter nearing the end of Game 2. Raijin have not been able to improve all that much going into Game 2. Just shows you just how close this matchup is, how close teams have been playing to Raijin this season. But Inyo, looking for that lead late. They had to lead early, have not been able to hold it since. As an infield play will be for Ace. High point touch, Jeremy there to dunk. Ukiyo Raijin will keep themselves in the upfield play as Sad. Demo's Candy. Maybe an opening here as another demo comes through. Inyo getting removed, but they still get the ball out. Less than a minute to go. 1 goal surely will decide this game.
We may see an overtime here in Game 2. It's been very close between Raijin and Inyo, but this might be a chance for Raijin to secure a goal. It's a miss from Germ. Sorry, apologies. A miss from the Inyo side, giving Germ a free open net. Devastating miss from Ace right there. A little low on boost and a little below the ball. Terrible miss from there. Raijin getting that lead. This caster curse is very real.
Yeah, and you know, it hurts us all at times here, but Ukiyo Inyo looking for an answer. Oh, what a block for Sad. Here goes Ace. Oh, what a save for Jeremy. Epic Vay. And Ukiyo Inyo with another.
That is a great way for Inyo to come back in the game, just completely destroying the Raijin defense. Just shot after shot, each time more than one Raijin player committing, just depleting the boost very, very quick on the Raijin side, giving Epic Vay a nearly free shot on low boost defenders.
10 seconds and counting. Here goes Sad looking for one last effort. Ace doesn't have the boost to go. Spiffy, Candy, it's kept up. Inyo looking for one last chance as Candy. We'll find Epic Vay. Jeremy there to deny the shot. We have overtime in game 2. One goal to decide if Ukiyo Raijin takes match point or if Inyo could start the upset of a lifetime.
Here we go. This potentially sort of a gentleman's sweep on the Inyo side, letting them get game 1 and then coming back with a sweep of their own. But so far, Raijin have had the offensive pressure in this game. Candy with a great clear, followed by Epic Vay banging the ball down the field. Ace is going to cheat up on the ball, but it's Sad popping around one, trying to get it past the other, but Epic has something to say about it. Jeremy trying to get the ball down the field past Candy, but Candy has other plans. It's Biffy past Ace. It's a demo. Candy denying any further pass and progression on the play. Now it's Ace with the counterattack. Ace, no boost though. Candy's going to sit back, collecting the full boost, popping the ball up. Passed off the ceiling, and it's awkward. Biffy finding demos on the Inyo side of the field. Not looking too good for Inyo right now.
And you can tell Candy is trying to take that lead in the series. He is trying to lead Ukiyo Inyo to victory, but it's not a one-person effort. It never has been, and it never will be in a division as tough as this. It is all about that teamwork. How do you work together? Well, Candy will set things up for Epic Vay. Jeremy doesn't have this. Goes across. Ace finds the bottom right corner. Inyo walked into offense and found the goal. This series is tied as Inyo takes it in overtime.
That is a wonderful play from Inyo. Sad was just a little awkward, setting front post on the defense. That's not where you want to be in a position like that. Epic had so much time on the ball. He had so much boost. He could have done so many things, but he decides to find a pass towards Ace. Ace, another great performance coming out from him. Just really paving the way for his team to get a victory in game 2.
Even if it was Candy who was looking for that lead, you've mentioned it as well. You've nailed it. Ace has been the leader this series. Deny that Ukiyo Inyo really had to fight for that game 2. We go to game 3 with match point determined here. Anyone's series and anyone's game for all that matters here is Ukiyo Raijin, Ukiyo Inyo back again. And for Raijin, even though they lost last game, they looked good. They still looked good. I would still be very much concerned if I'm Ukiyo Inyo because all these matches, they're going to be close. They're going to be tough to determine.
Yeah, I have a feeling that whoever wins this game will most likely win the series, as being on match point is just a very good place to be in. It's a fate coming out from Spiffy. Candy sent flying. You see the car change from Candy. Candy, I guess, he didn't feel very well. And now they feel great. A great pass from Epic to Candy upfield. Just banging the ball bottom left of the net. Jeremy a little too far pushed up in that situation.
That was an amazing shot from Candy. You can't deny that, that's for sure. And yeah, maybe the car change is what helps him here. Going from Octane to Fennec and did a decal as well using the... Is that the G2 decal, the Dragon? I think it is.
That is the TSM decal.
TSM's the Dragon, my apologies. Well, Ukiyo Raijin will now need an answer back here. Inyo, the second straight game, have scored first, which gotta be impressed with them being able to score that early into a series like this. Jeremy will get the challenge. Ace on the back line as it will be up the corner. Sad rolling in front. It's double whiff! And it is a wide open net for Spiffy. You can't make that mistake. Ukiyo Raijin will take the goal.
There's a very big mistake on the defensive side of Inyo, but I really don't blame him. Those waterfalls are very, very difficult to read, but in this situation, you need to be reading them.
this kickoff play from Inyo. They had all 3 players pushed up to at least cheat the kickoffs, so a very aggressive kickoff strat from Inyo. We have not seen that many kickoff strats really at this level. You don't see them happen very often at this kind of play, but it doesn't work here. That is a beautiful pass to Jeremy, and Jeremy smashed him up on the net. Spiffy coming alive. He was the most inactive player last game for Raijin. This game, it is completely different.
Yeah, it's a complete 180 from Spiffy. That was a great pass, and Jeremy finding the top left of that net. One of the most beautiful shots I've ever seen personally. You really can't get a better shot than that in that situation. But here, now we have Candy banging the ball down the field. Sad immediately meeting him in the air. And Ace forced to turn back. Just taking the ball slow off the ceiling, down, but Jeremy meets it. Epic is a little awkward. Getting the ball in the corner. Candy who bangs it down the field. Candy is not really taking possession right now, and I think that's what they really need. We saw that once Candy gets possession, there's a lot they can do with the ball. They have so much ball control. They can get a pass, they can get a shot, but they just keep banging the ball.
It feels like a scared play style right now from Inyo, that they are worried about what Raijin can do, not about what they can do about it. Candy can't find offense right now. Epic Vey will keep this upfield. Another touch for Epic Vey. Jeremy not in the right position. Sad will be back in time. Ace doesn't get the touch, so Candy all alone here. A lot of time to get to this one. He might get challenged here by Jeremy. And in fact, Sad will be the one to get there. Jeremy already up for this. We'll go back for Candy, and just again, a giveaway touch. Oh my Spiffy, right on top of things. And you mentioned it, Ukiyo Inyo. Giving the ball away too many times. Too many heavy touches. You want to see this team take control. It's what they did earlier, and it's what they really haven't done yet here in Game 3.
Yeah, Candy's been a little... They've been playing good this game, but they've also been playing kind of scared. They feel like they don't have time, when the reality they have so much. They've had so many opportunities to take possession and play the ball a little slower.
No way.
But there's a great touch from Candy down to Ace. Ace doesn't go. He's a little awkward. An Epic Vey with the miss on the post. Ace steals the boost. Boost starting Jeremy. No one on Raijin really has boost right now. This is a great opportunity for Inyo to get a tying goal, but it's banged on the field from Jeremy. Epic Vey is forced to go back. It's over Jeremy, but Spiffy's already up. Candy's beat. And Ace has to get a good clear, and he does. It's past Sad. Back to Jeremy. Jeremy takes possession. Getting it. Potential shot on net, but it's denied from Vey. A pass mid to Spiffy. Denied from Candy. Sad trying to find some bumps on the Inyo side. Eventually turning around and challenging him immediately.
Now it feels like for Inyo just waiting for some sort of mistake from Ukiyo Raijin, but time running low. They really can't rely on errors at this point. They've got to make it themselves. Epic Vey dribbles it around the corner. Ukiyo still attacking, but again, they're waiting. They're waiting for an opportunity. They can't wait much longer. They got to take one at some point. Epic Vey drop the sidewall. Will be straight back. Sad can't go, as here goes Ace. Open room, gets one by Spiffy. Candy over Jeremy. A minute to go. Ukiyo Inyo pushing forth, but can't find anything. Time will lower itself down, as here goes Jeremy again. Candy prevents that shot, but here goes Spiffy. Epic Vey demoed out by Jeremy. Ace, can he push up? Will do so. Gets the dunk. Ukiyo Inyo running out of time.
A devastating miss. It was a potential shot from Candy. Candy definitely had a beat there. Definitely had a shot opportunity, but it's a terrible miss. Jeremy, no boost. He can't go for it. Sad's a little awkward now. Ace is going to challenge. But Sad has plenty of boost to get a 50 out. It's another miss, but Sad recovering. Getting a good clear down the field. Ace is kind of awkward now as Sad challenges immediately, giving Ace no time on the ball in the final 10 seconds of the game. Epic just trying to get a quick shot on it, but 50's back. Spiffy's gonna pinch it down the field. It's a great pinch. Candy is forced to go back. No possession on the ball. Sad is immediately challenges. Epic needs to get a good touch here. Out to Candy. Candy was a little too far back, and they can't keep it up, giving Raijin game 3 of the series.
Big game win for Raijin, and yeah, it was a final 10 seconds that was full of a lot of whiffs, but the one thing that was constant there was that they were able to recover one away from a 6-0 record in this grouping for Ukiyo Inyo at this point, fighting to stay in this series. We go to Game 4, and right now, we've seen a lot of back and forth, seen a lot of action from both these teams. Raijin won this game. I think a lot of it was Inyo just playing too nervously, not willing to take nearly as many risks. When they started pushing up a little bit further, by the end of that game, you saw mistakes from Raijin. Inyo, they need to do more of that, but they need to do it for the entire game, not just the last minutes.
Oh, for sure. Inyo, we saw what they could do in games 1 and 2, keeping those games, getting more goals on the board for them. We saw the plays coming out from them. We know what they are capable of. In that game, they just felt too awkward, too scared to really get those plays going.
5 more minutes on the clock. Ukiyo Raijin now on match point in this best of 5 series, and what we've seen from Raijin, we know they can close this one out. Ukiyo Inyo, the pressure is on them to send what would be a second series that ends in Game 5 tonight. As Spiffy, the look for Sad. Candy, gotta be careful there, Spiffy will take away that opportunity to save it here. Keeping possession for Ukiyo as infield, Epic Vey with a long touch. Ukiyo Inyo have scored first for the last 2 games in a row. Can they do it again? It really feels like it's been a consistent part of their game plan, but oh no! Epic Vey went for boost, a cardinal sin, and in comes Spiffy from across the field to take full advantage of that one.
That was very much a savable ball for Epic, but Epic, guessing, didn't have ball came on as they didn't realize the ball was barreling towards the bottom left of the net until it was already there.
Oh no.
The terrible whiff from Candy off the kickoff, giving Jeremy a free net and a free 0-2 lead in the first 30 seconds of regulation.
I don't know what to say now, but that is not a good time to whiff your shots. Raijin, a 2-0 lead, and we're not even 30 seconds into this game, and it is not a good sign for Ukiyo Inyo if they want to see Champions Field tonight. As Vey, Jeremy on the block there, Ukiyo Raijin fucked up by Candy, a long touch, and for Inyo, it's about getting closer and closer to that net. Right now, they've seen themselves get up to offense. Can they get on the net? Can they put shots on? They need to be, again, more fearless. They need to take more chances, especially now when they're already down by 2. They gotta find ways to score, and they gotta find it relatively soon. They have 4 minutes to do so, but those 4 minutes can go by quite quickly.
Oh yeah, coming from experience in similar situations, you don't know how much time is on the clock until you're already in the last 10 seconds of the game and you're still down a goal or 2. It is very stressful in these situations. Your mind is racing a million miles a minute, and you're just, and especially in such a brain-heavy game like Rocket League, sometimes you don't even realize how stressful you are, like how stressed you are until the game is over.
That's the thing about this game. 5 minutes isn't all that much time in the grand scheme of things, and Ukiyo Raijin using that time, already up by 2, still looking for number 3. Jeremy trying to get a bump on Candy from inside the goal. Credit for the creativity, but no credits on the actual effort itself. 3 minutes still to go here as Ukiyo Inyo have offense again, but still almost very little to speak of on offense here as Epic Vey, huge reach back block. Gonna need more than that as here goes Candy. We're gonna set up offense again. No one in support. Will just be left. Jeremy whiffed. It's on. Spiffy. Oh, he's got the save. Jeremy nearly gave up an open net there. That could have been a goal for Inyo. What a huge block for Spiffy, and Raijin keeping the shutout for now.
What a wonderful save from Spiffy there. That was a terrific miss from Jeremy there, but afterwards he was in the right position, getting a very good clear on the ball to deny any other further attacking. Really clearing up some space for Raijin as they try to take possession, but they just keep getting challenged by Inyo. This is what they needed in the last game. This is the pressure they needed. It's a potential shot. Block from Spiffy. Spiffy again with another save. Now it's Sad with possession, getting a high flick on an awkward Candy. Candy taking possession. This is what they needed last game. Great possession from Candy. A miss from Spiffy. A free shot for Ace. Ace slotting it between 2 defenders. Great play from Candy here. Flicking it past one. Jeremy getting an unfortunate redirect on it, and Spiffy just a little bit too out of position to get a touch, giving Ace a free shot on the net on a no boost defender.
Ukiyo Raijin giving up 1 here. Those mistakes, again, do happen when you put the pressure on them. I think we gotta see more if that pressure's going to continue as Ace left for Epic Vey. Jeremy will clear it between them both. Here goes one off the back wall. Sad doesn't have it. Nobody has it here. We've had 4 different players whiff, and it's Ace who's gonna score again. A calamity in front of the net for Raijin, and in comes Ace, a second straight goal, and this game now all even.
Ace has really been the third leg for this Inyo team. He's been there to save the ball. He's been there to secure the goals. He's been a wonderful teammate for this Inyo team. He really has. They wouldn't be where they are without him in the situation. But now it's Jeremy with a long clear down the field. It's out to Spiffy. Spiffy with the shot. Epic, just a little bit too far rotated up. Not in the right position to make that save. He was front post. We all know the classic saying, you gotta go rotate back post. And you're like, yeah, I do. Until you realize that you've already rotated front post. And it's too late. Ball's in your net.
Yeah, and the real problem there was just with the way that the car was pointing. They're pointing outwards, not in towards the midfield, where a lot of those shots can come from. And needs another goal. Epic Faye may give them one! Oh, it's perfect! Off the kickoff! You can't keep a good Ukiyo Inyo side down.
Epic Faye immediately making up for his mistake there with a very well-placed bottom left shot on some scurrying defenders on the Raijin side.
80 seconds to go. And again, we may have one of those games where overtime is looming, but we've known that, we've said that before, and it has not always happened. Ukiyo Inyo, the force, game 5, Candy. Oh, it's a free touch. Spiffy's already up for it. Now goes Ace. Can't get the shot. Epic Faye will keep things low. Ace again, already with 2 goals, will force out Sad. Epic Faye with 1 to the ceiling. Sad will be up for this as Ukiyo Inyo unable to challenge, but look at the amount of space they have between each other. There's a very far rotation they're going for at this point. They're not going to follow each other very quickly, but if individually, if they can make things happen, they're going to be in the right position to clean up on those rebounds, and that's really what Inyo is going for. A lot of solo efforts, a lot of single-player plays on the entire defense, and hoping that when the ball pops up for a second shot, they'll have someone there in position.
They're very much playing the safe game in this situation. Having one person go for it and just have one person be very far back. And there's an infield pass to Candy. Candy giving Inyo the first lead they've seen in this game. And potentially the last goal for them in this game, putting them back to Champions Field.
You can't make this stuff up, everybody. You cannot make this stuff up. Ukiyo Inyo, 22 seconds remain. Do they hold this lead? Raijin facing back as up goes Epic Faye. Ace looking for a solidifier here as it's off the back wall. Candy is there, won't challenge. Now he does. 10 seconds to go. Jeremy, long touch straight back to Epic Faye. Spiffy can't read it. Sad will, but they got to keep this ball up as Ace will not let them do so. Ukiyo Inyo, a game 4 victory, and we go to Champions Field.
What a game. You really cannot make this stuff up. You cannot have written a better script for this game. It has really been a great series. Personally, this has been the first Game 5 I have seen. And what a Game 5 it will be.
Congratulations.
Between these two powerhouses of teams.
Excited to see this one here, but for Raijin, not a team that's unused to Game 5. They've been here twice before this season against Oasis Samurai, this season against Ukiyo. Sorry, they won both of them, obviously, with them being under Ukiyo Inyo. Their run on Game 5 has not been determined yet. They have never been here before, but they want to win this one, put themselves ahead, make Wyffoffs, the team right below them, shake in fear. Champions Field up next. Raijin's undefeated record under threats, and Inyo's chances at playoffs now held in a match that I don't think anyone was expecting them to do as well in.
This is a win or go home situation for both teams. It really is a very important Game 5 here against Inyo and Raijin. Each team needs it as much as the other one. Inyo need this to stay in the playoffs, and Raijin need this if they want to be the #1 seed before the playoffs start.
Symbolic in many ways here for both these teams. Importance in even more. Ukiyo Inyo have fought through the series to put Raijin on their backs. Raijin, this is their 3rd time that a series of theirs has gone to Game 5. They are no strangers to being here before. Would it be their 3rd victory as well on Champions Field? when you keep going to game 5 like this, you always have the question of, is it just fortunate? Is it just lucky for a team when they go to game 5 this often and they win every single time? Because you know you're playing with fire when you go to Champions Field this often. You know that your life is going to be very difficult. I always argue that it isn't, but so many players always ask, going to game 5 as many times in a season, does that start to really bring a mental block to a team? That start to make a team question themselves because they can't seem to win series out consistently. Well, we'll see about that as Inyo, right now holding offense, trying to get the early goal once again.
This has been a great start for Inyo. They've had so many offensive chances, just each time it's a little wide with Ace's shot. But here is a chance for them. Jeremy a little awkward. It's a shot, it's a pass midfield from Candy. Epic Vey stopping the momentum, trying to keep it midfield for a teammate, but no one's there. He's gonna try and get a midfield again, but Sad denies any further pass. It's Candy meeting Sad in the air, and then Spiffy meeting the ball on the ground. Takes possession, around 1, around 2. Not enough speed to catch up to it though. Takes the boost serving Candy. But it's Epic with a good clear off the back wall.
And, you know, we mentioned earlier about how Ukiyo Inyo was playing quite safe, quite scared. Ukiyo Raijin now feel like they're in the exact same position here. This is the most defensive, the most vulnerable we have seen Ukiyo Raijin so far tonight, but they're looking for something here. Now they'll get offense. A team bump! Spiffy to go! Top left corner! The opening was made by a team bump, and in comes Oh My Spiffy, who will say, how do you do? I take those.
That demo from Jeremy really just started chaos on the Inyo side. A team bump coming in, just throwing it off. This is very scary for Inyo now. They had all that pressure, and now that momentum is gone. But it could start up back again with an infield pass. Ace missing the ball, but it's Epic now. With the corner read, but he misses. They're a little overcommitted. It might be a shot from Jeremy, and it is! Giving Raijin a 2-0 lead in a very, very critical Game 5.
And he has an issue sometimes where he just pushes up a bit too high for his own liking. We've seen it happen earlier this series. It happens again in the most crucial game of the night. Ukiyo Raijin a 2-goal lead, and this team has never lost on Game 5 this season. They look to keep it that way. Another one. Now it's sad. Everybody on Ukiyo has a goal at this point, I believe, and my goodness, halfway through the game, 3-0. They're not only looking to beat Ukiyo Inyo in Game 5, they're looking to make sure once and for all it is known they are the better team.
Potentially the best team at that, as they are battling for the undefeated spot after this in the next week. It's Ace now with possession on his own side, but he's challenged immediately by Jeremy. But he's a challenge by side as well. It's a good bump attempt. That's a good fake from Jeremy, now with possession, now with boost as well. Andy's left his last back, but they play it very smart, getting to clear out. He's gonna try and find someone mid. It's Sad that meets him, but the shot is to no avail. Now it's Ace with the counterattack. Denied from Sad, but it's a potential shot from Epic. Denied from Sad again. Sad has been playing great this game, defensively and offensively. He's being a core member of the team along with 50 and Jeremy.
Feels like Ukiyo Raijin have brought it all together here. Everybody looking to keep this series in their favor on the side of Ukiyo Raijin. But for Inyo, who's gonna step up? Here goes Ace. He's been a name we've mentioned a couple times tonight, but not able to get it now. Epic Vey, who feels like another player who could lead this roster. Still not much made. They have offense, but they don't have shots. They don't have opportunities. The ball just continues to soar away as Jerem will be off the corner. Now it's Sad. Jeremy back to Sad. Infield. No one there to shoot, but Ukiyo Raijin just wasting time, wasting those seconds. Ukiyo Inyo running out of opportunities.
Ukiyo Inyo has had the most amount of offensive pressure that we have seen from them. And that is another goal from Sad as I say that. But I was saying, Inyo has had the most offensive pressure we have seen. They already have 6 shots in this game to Raijin's 4, but each shot from Raijin has gone in. Ukiyo Inyo's defense has not been the greatest compared to the past games that they have had against Raijin.
Good accuracy always beats the number of shots you have, quality over quantity, and Inyo's loading that one hard here, as that's a shot on, but it will once again be kept away. Jeremy A minute to go here as Spiffy waits back. Ukiyo Raijin still looking to keep this away. Less than a minute to go as Ace, back wall, Jeremy there to block. Still up in the air, but it will be Raijin first to it as Oh My Spiffy keeps it out. Epic Bay bouncing straight down as it's Jeremy again. Candy demoed away. Now it's Sad. Ace will be ready for it, but it is Ukiyo Raijin in possession. Sad over to Spiffy, not able to get one by Candy, and Raijin still keeping possession. Sad doesn't hold it, but Spiffy will. Time running out as Ukiyo Raijin keep themselves to offense. Ace I find Epic Vey, but this ball just isn't going to go in their favor. Time will tick down ever more. 10 seconds now, only a formality. Ukiyo Raijin will stay undefeated this season. A third win this season on Game 5. And we're set up for the battle of the two undefeated sides left in the Ukiyo Esports Catalyst Cup in Week 7, the last week of the regular season. Geriatric Lives Yellow and Ukiyo Raijin next week. What a match that will be, but for now, Raijin can celebrate.
What an amazing series from Raijin and Inyo, really. Like, both of them put on a show there, and what a show it was, really. Great plays all around from both teams. They both played tremendously. That is some of the best Rocket League I have seen in a minute. And what Rocket League it was.
What a match. What a series we got to see tonight here. And again, seeing Ukiyo Raijin on this stream, they have been incredible so far this season. No doubts how good this team performs this season. But obviously, we got impressive showing from them here. And really, Maxine, what a night it has been. 2 Game 5s tonight in 2 matches. What a day it has been. We have seen some great matches here, but again, Ukiyo Raijin winning this one over Ukiyo Inyo. It makes life a lot tougher for Inyo, but yeah, you mentioned it. This Game 5, even though they lost, it's still it still could be a victory for themselves. They have not lost that badly. In fact, with that game, they're only 1 game behind Wyffoffs now in that game differential, meaning that next week when they play Wyffoffs, they're going to be in a good position, at least going into that match, knowing that they kept it so close to Raijin. Wyffoffs is a much weaker team by comparison. They're going to go into that match, I'm sure, confident, knowing that if they can keep up with Raijin, they can absolutely beat Wyffoffs and guarantee a spot in that final bracket.
Yeah, like you were saying, because they went to Game 5 against one of the best, if not the best team in the ATS tier, in this tier, it really is a scary matchup for Wyffoffs.
It has been here for both these teams. Been for Ukiyo Raijin 3-2. Reminder earlier tonight, so we got to see the upside takedown Wyffoffs 3-2 in the Evo Apex Cup. What a night has been, Maxine. What a fun match it was as well. I mean, seriously, insane to say the very least here. But before we go, is there any last things you want to say? Any final words, any shoutouts, any final message to people out there? For all of you who don't know who Maxine is, you should go support her on Twitch. Do you want to maybe promote yourself a little bit here as we end off our stream?
Of course, I would love to. I will just send a quick message in chat just saying hi, what's up. I love casting. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Just seeing like all these different playstyles really shine in different ways. It's really inspiring, sort of, in a way. Because no matter your playstyle, you always can realize that you can get better with that playstyle. There's pros that don't even know how to flip reset, and then there's diamonds that can triple flip reset. It's like you can get good no matter what playstyle you have, and it truly is inspiring.
Absolutely. Night tonight here for both these teams. Thank you so much for joining, Maxine. Thank you to all of you who have been watching tonight. This is the Ascent Tournament Series mainstream. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing rest of your evening. We'll be back live again in the future with more action around the league. But for now, take care. Have an amazing night. We'll see you again very soon in the future. But again, from me and from Maxine, thank you all so much for all the support you brought this evening. I really do appreciate all of you watching both these matches. But for now, take care. Have an amazing rest of your night. And when we again, it will be another day of action. Thank you all. Take care. Have a great night.